up in the top right position, we do have the pink Terran. From Neurosoft, it is KRASS. And down in the lower left, as the blue Zerg from Team Liquid, it is RET.
Yep, I was getting a little bit of echo there on my mic, but it is now all fixed up, and let's get this game started. Liquid RET off to a really good start in this tournament, as was every Liquid Zerg. Snoot winning his group 4-1. TLO winning his group 5-0. And now we're here watching Liquid RET, another Zerg, another Team Liquid player. He's also up 2-0. How insane would it be to have 3 Liquid Zergs in the quarterfinals? Like different quarterfinals. That's sick. That's going to be unheard of, to have that many players from the same team advancing so
I think Liquid should have a party if they do that. Like, all I say, if one of them wins it, they're going to have a nice bar bill that night, I reckon.
Yeah, it would be fantastic for them to have multiple players in the semi-finals, and of course in the most.
Right, not sure what's going on there, but anyway, we have got. What can we be expecting here? Well, for a start, we've got KRASS happily getting the barracks down, so not going for anything too risky, getting the gas as well. So that could potentially be for a Reaper. It's a good map for Reapers because there's a large cliff area around the edge of Cloud Kingdom. And as a result of that, you can get in. Once the Queen gets out, it doesn't really work, but to be honest, it's not something that is a huge, huge issue. It just means that you can build a little bit of pressure for some lings, which therefore are not drones, and you can just generally get on with stuff quite nicely.
Yeah, a few Reapers, generally one. That's what we really see. One Reaper would really help him out, scouting information, going to be establishing a little bit of map control. We'll be able to kill the slow lings, the first 2 lings that Liquid RET could send out. We'll be able to deal with them. But he could also just be getting the gas to be going into a bit of a 4GG style, you know, getting the command center down, then going into a really quick factory and pump out some reactor Hellions and try to limit creep spread, do some harassment with that. We'll have to see which route is he going to be deciding to go. It is not going to be the Reaper.
No, it isn't. He's going to be getting down that factory fairly early on, and as a result of that, he's going to be able to go for a very, very aggressive play, which is not really something it's the current meta. The current meta game for Terran against Zerg is just to get down a very, very quick command center, usually 1 rack CC or 2 racks, but this is going to allow KRASS to put on a lot of pressure. And do you reckon it's going to be Hellions, or do you reckon it's going to be Widow Mines?
Depends a little bit. We've seen both things, really. The Widow Mines can be used to contain your opponents a little bit, prevent that third base from going down from Zerg and go from there, you know, expand behind it. But if you want to go with the Hellions, they're going to give you more map control, but they're going to be less surprising. They're not going to be burrowing at random spots and doing an insane amount of damage. So I'm really feeling the Hellions here is the more stable option, the more logic thing to do.
The more logic thing indeed. So currently out of RET, he's just doing what we'd expect. Actually getting 1 gas quite early on. So this is an interesting thing. Usually you don't tend to see gas from a Zerg player until the 40 to 50 supply mark. And once you get past that, then you can start looking at doing, well, getting speed out. Getting that earlier gas just means an earlier speed. Earlier roach timing. Some roach timing can actually be very, very potent indeed. And maybe we'll see that going on. But KRASS, we need to see that roach run. And it's actually going to be 1 Widow Mine and 1 Hellion.
Looks like
I guess we were both right?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, that's what we're going to roll with. Yeah.
You didn't really predict the Widow Mines, though. You asked the question
to
me,
I asked the question, okay.
And I was like, yeah, probably this.
But if you want me to just change that to you were wrong, that's fine by me.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Like, I was half right, then half wrong.
Yeah, glass half full kind of guy. So am I. It's all good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got some creep spread coming down here. Always the way you get 4 queens up against Terran as a Zerg, because creep spread is good. The Widow Mines starting to shuffle their way across, scuttling across. And the Hellion just coming to check to see if the third is down. And it's not.
No, the third is not down, but what is down is an armory out of KRASS. So we're definitely getting ready for some Hellbat play here. He does not have a tech lab on that factory yet, so he's just going to be producing the Hellbats out of that factory with the reactor 2 at a time, and not going to be trying to morph his existing Hellions into any kind of other units, such as the Hellbat, of course, because he only has 2 outs. It wouldn't really be worth it to go for the upgrade.
No, it wouldn't. And now what we're seeing is obviously the Spine Crawler is just completing. We've got the Extractor, the second Extractor coming down for RET as well. So just going things quite nicely, getting speed down as well. No Roach Run as of yet. In terms of the worker count, RET way far ahead because of just how really tech heavy KRASS' style was, as opposed to only just now getting down his natural base.
Yeah, he's definitely banking on doing some damage here with that. You know, he could have gone for an early third command center, and that way he would have been able to keep up with the drone count and the economy of Liquid Red are a lot better. But no, he's invested in a medivac, he's invested in the Hellbat, and he's going to have to work to make them work. A Widowmine got a detonation there on a Queen. Not quite one-shotting a Queen. I think that would be a little bit OP.
Yeah, so as we're seeing now, that Widowmine was taken out just before it managed to burrow, so that is good news for Red there. He hasn't lost a single worker so far this game, which is really good going actually, especially when KRASS so far has gone for a very, very aggressive style, but the Hellbats, they are on their way. We've got the medivac out as well, so Hellbat drops seem like they're pretty likely.
There's Hellion actually getting a few kills in the main base. I thought it was going to get cleaned up with 0 kills, but no, manages to get 2, and that's going to be the end of that for the Hellion. Where's the first medivac? There it is, boosting already. Does not want to waste a single second. The Overlord might have gotten a glimpse of that medivac flying by, so Liquid Red might have a very good idea of what's coming his way. He's playing a double upgrade kind of style, so I'm kind of expecting to go into some mutas here in the mid game. That would be cool.
That would be cool. The medivac has been spotted, but boost already going. We do see a single spore caller getting produced, but the Hellbat is about to get dropped. And now we're seeing a couple of drones getting roasted, but a good reaction there out of Red, pulling them straight away.
Oh.
The Lings, though, do not want to be going for that fight.
No, that was a bit of a misposition there. The Hellbat's going to be doing a lot of damage, of course. They will be getting healed by the medivac, so the Spine Crawler not as scary as it would be against Hellions. One Hellbat now going to be falling down. Has to be careful not to lose the medivac. Does lose the medivac to the Spore Crawler. Nicely done by Red there, who defended okay, but did end up losing 5 workers there. Finally, some harassment is working out for KRASS.
Indeed, it is. He's managed to kill, as you said, 5 workers. Not that many, but it does actually mean that he's only now 5 behind that of Red. And considering just how uneconomical his opening was, it's pretty much fine. So I'd say this is now very equal once you start looking at mules as well. We've got that starport just getting a reaction on it, going to be transitioning into getting like the double medivacs out. So really, really nice. The Rotor now getting started.
There's the Spire. Double Spire. What?
Double Spire. You were like, you said that just like it was such a normal thing. There we go, the double Spire, just as I was expecting. But yeah, double Spire, because double Spire is double upgrades. Mutas for the win. Like, if you can't decide whether you want to get plus attack or plus carapace, you just get 2 Spires. Did you not know that that's a normal thing to do?
Wow, that's really ballsy here by Red. I mean, we have seen a lot of Zergling, Baneling, Muta play out of Johnny Rico earlier versus 4GG to great success. He was able to win his series versus him, and that was you know, the first of many upsets that we had in that group. But double Spires are definitely going to be going very. No, I want to say all in, but you know what I mean. He's going to be double upgrading. He's really going to hope for his mutas to do a lot of damage, because you won't invest into double upgrades if you just want to, you know, do a little.
No, you wouldn't do that at all. And there's no other reason to get a double Spire other than for double upgrades. You don't just get one for a redundancy. And yeah, what we should be going for now
Did we just lose you?
I'm not sure, but I'm just going to keep going. So we've got the Baneliness coming down as well, and yeah, this is Ling Bling Muta.
Yeah, my microphone is very different too. Something is very wrong, it seems like. But hopefully it's still good on the stream, guys. Let's continue this. I cannot hear myself in my own earphones anymore. That's a little bit annoying. But let's see how these 2 Hellbats are going to be doing. I believe Liquid Red caught wind of this very early.
Yeah, he's going to catch wind of it very, very early indeed. And the double upgrades, just as we expected, should be coming down shortly. Currently not doing anything, so one of those Spires pretty much useless for the time being, but we've got the 2-2 upgrades on their way as well for melee. And with that Baneliness coming down from Ling Bling Muta, which, as you quite rightly said, we saw Johnny Rico actually beat 4GG with this. So looking good. A Hellbat drop coming down, well, just Hellbats coming in towards the 3rd, drones are pulled, and this 4th base taking a bit of damage.
But he is not getting any upgrades. He has the double Spire, but he's not utilizing it out at all as his 4th base, taking some fire. And he is, of course, Liquid Red, who is not getting any air upgrades. That is so weird to me. He gets double Spire and then immediately transitions into an Infestation Pit. So maybe he wanted to freak his opponent out a little bit. His muta count is actually very low, only going up to 6 mutas. He could produce so many more. I think he's trying to force a reaction out of his opponent that he wants to counter then with the Infestors.
Yeah, it's a good way to go, but of course, the trouble is, it's a big commitment, and really what we're seeing out of KRASS at the moment is he's got his 3rd base up, so Red, he isn't really saturating his 4th yet, and if he doesn't get that up shortly, he's going to have a lot of problems, because he needs that income in order to stay a base up on KRASS to have a good economy, but currently just trying to push him with these mutants, and there's nothing defending the natural base.
Oh, there's a lot of damage being done here by the Mutalisk. Red getting some counter kills on SCVs, getting 5 worker kills with his mutas there, but there are now some Widow Mines in position. The Marines coming back to defend as KRASS is going to be pushing out. He might be able to catch that fifth base of Red on the left side of the map, but I don't believe he actually knows that's there. No, he doesn't. He has no idea.
Nope, he's completely unaware of it, and that's good news for Red, really. He's also getting his hive down, so generally the way you transition out of this is he's got 2 options. He's already got the Spires there, so he could get a great Aspire if he wants to go Broodlords. And do you know what I'm really confused about? Is he hasn't got any air upgrades. Why did he go for that double Spire?
That's really weird. Might have been a mistake. Might have been, you know, him trying to freak out his opponent, dropping the double Spire, kind of insinuating I'm going to be going for very, very many Mutalisks, and I'm going to be sticking to it for a long time, and instead just switches it up and goes for a hive and really quick infestors.
Yep. And now, basically, Pathogen Glands coming down, as you said, those infestors are going to be really, really potent, but it may not even get to that point, because KRASS moving in towards the 4th base, he's going to be able to take that out very easily. There are 4 tanks at the back, they can start doing some nice damage, they could get into a good siege position. Down goes the 4th hatchery, and now, of course, we are just going to have KRASS push up.
Yeah, Red not really committing to any kind of attack. He has nothing. He's got 40 Zerglings and 25 Banelings. He's going to have to defend against it with pure Ling, and I just don't think he'll be able to do it. The Zerglings coming in from back doing a lot of damage. The Banelings coming in from the front, but there's still a lot of siege tanks left alive, and the Banelings get annihilated. Liquid Red down 30 to 40 supply right now compared to KRASS. He's in so much trouble, might end up losing this third. Actually, he will.
Yeah, it is incredibly low already. The Lings coming in because ultimately Red knows if he loses that third, even though he's got a base to the north of his natural, it's not going to be enough, and it does go down, and suddenly Red is in a tremendous amount of problems. Even though he's got 83 drones, he's just got nowhere to mine from, and now this top base has also been spotted by a couple of SCVs and a big group of Marines. There is going to be near impossible for Red to defend that, and as soon as